This 47-year-old mom of two was facing the end when her dialysis access started to close. But she is still alive. How? Her kidney doctor saved her when he prescribed the only food in the world that replaces dialysis. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine. I have an incredible case report to share. Today, we will see the exact foods this 47-year-old woman is eating to stop dialysis completely. Don't miss the final part of the video. We will see the exact supplement needed to make this possible. Guys, I've helped millions of patients protect their kidneys with a low-protein, plant-based diet. But people still make one massive, fatal mistake. They completely underestimate the diet. They treat their diet like background music. Nice to have, easy to ignore, not really the main event. That is the absolute worst mistake you can make with your kidney health. The renal diet isn't just backup support. It can literally save your life. I am not exaggerating. Take a look at this peer-reviewed case report. This 47-year-old woman, she has been on dialysis for 4 years. The machine is the only thing that could keep her alive. Or is it? In November 2024, her fistula started to close and she wasn't able to receive dialysis anymore. At this point, most patients will be told to make a will. But this 47-year-old dialysis patient, her nephrologist prescribed her a diet with almost zero protein. The result? She got off dialysis completely. Incredible. Yes, this is the kind of results you get when you remove toxic proteins from your diet. Now imagine what the diet this woman followed could do for you if you still have some kidney function left. Okay guys, are you ready to see what this woman is eating to avoid the machine? Well, let's take a look at her diet now. Because now the question is, what should you eat for breakfast in a diet so low in protein it makes dialysis useless? First of all, an espresso coffee. I mean, this woman got an espresso every morning. And why you ask? Well, this case report is from Italy, alright? Try forbidding coffee in Italy and you'll only get one reaction.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
So everyone gets an espresso coffee or some cappuccino. What really matters is that you never make this mistake with your coffee. Never add cow milk. Just 1 glass of cow milk has enough phosphorus to turn your skin into sandpaper. Ouch! Instead, let's add some plant-based milk, rice milk to be exact. Why rice milk? Because it's much lower in protein than other milk alternatives, including soy milk or oat milk. Just double check your plant-based milk doesn't have added phosphorus, alright? Check the label. If you see phos anywhere, run. I'm serious. If you see phos, run like a 100-meter sprinter at the doping Olympics. Not today, Satan. So let's add some calories to this breakfast. Here's the main course, aproteic Italian rusks or fette biscottate with some jam on top. Zero protein and some sugar because what really matters here is getting enough calories. Seasonal fruit is also recommended, especially low potassium stuff like some strawberries, apricots, peaches or cherries. Let's add some flax seeds as well. This is not just to add a bit of fat and fiber. Flaxseed boasts powerful anti-inflammatory properties. You should see the whole breakfast on screen right now. And this breakfast, it provides the patient with the exact amount of energy she needs, all while adding no more than the minimum amount of protein possible. Because here's the thing, when your kidneys don't filter anymore, the toxins produced by protein metabolism can literally make your heart stop beating. Please let that sink in for a moment. This is not a wellness diet, alright? So no egg and bacon in this breakfast. This woman, she wouldn't be here today if she was having an egg and bacon for breakfast. And here's something even more interesting. No whole grains either. We are really aiming for little to no protein at all here. All she is eating for breakfast is jam, fruit, and special bread processed to have zero protein. Boom! And of course, a renal multivitamin like my RenoBest is always included. Fact, You can't safely follow a renal diet without a renal multivitamin. And what makes Rena Best the best is the fact that we only use the most natural vitamins. No artificial vitamins like cyanocobalamin, no dangerous additives, completely safe. Rena Best is the absolute gold standard renal multivitamin on the market. And honestly, you shouldn't be even attempting a low protein diet without it. So here's a question I want you guys to answer. Would you be able to follow this diet if it was your only option? Would you be able to give up protein completely if it meant saving your life? Please let me know what you think in comment section. Because this really happened, alright? This woman was able to get off dialysis by giving up protein. This is one of the very first case reports published in which a patient is avoiding dialysis only with the diet. She wasn't taking any renal fiber to replace dialysis. This patient, she was able to survive without dialysis just by completely avoiding protein. And here's the thing, guys. You cannot 100% avoid protein while still eating regular bread, bakery products, and grains. This is only possible when eating aproteic foods like this. Now guys, this study comes from Italy, alright? In Italy, the government gives you aproteic foods for free if you have CKD. Patients are receiving up to 12 kilograms of aproteic pasta, bread, and baked goods each month for free. But this is nothing new. They have been doing this for many years because it actually saves the government a lot of money. Remember that in countries with universal healthcare, the government pays for your dialysis, alright? But they will really prefer to keep that money in their pockets. So if you get diagnosed with CKD stage 3B or 4 in Italy, you are very likely to be recommended a low-protein diet by your nephrologist. And now you might say, but Catherine, we are not in Italy. The government won't give us any aproteic food staples. All we get is a list of dialysis clinics near us. What are we going to do? Well guys, don't worry, I got you covered. Most of my patients are from the US, alright? And you can still get the aproteic pasta they use in Italy in the US, but it's very expensive. This is why I've developed a 5-minute recipe to make your own protein-free bread at home for cheap. Ready to see it? Let's talk about the cassava starch wrap. With this recipe, you can save your money and your kidneys. I replace regular flour, which contains low-quality protein, bad for your kidneys, with cassava starch, which is protein-free. Yes, now you can make your own aproteic bread. So take a screenshot now because this is also super easy to make. You just need to combine cassava flour, water, and oil in the quantities you see on screen to form a smooth dough, alright? Add water until you achieve a soft, pliable consistency. Then roll the dough and put it on skillet, 1 or 2 minutes per side. Just don't overcook it. You don't want a stiff rough. Now, you can use it instead of bread and remove a bunch of low-quality protein from your diet, which is an amazing way of saving your kidneys from dialysis. Okay guys, and now let's take a look at some lunch. To no one's surprise, lunch is pasta-based. I mean, in Italy, their food pyramid is just spaghetti, holding up a smaller pyramid of ravioli. And today, what we have is aproteic spaghetti. The recommendation here is to make pasta not with tomato sauce, which is chock full of potassium, but with bell peppers. Red bell peppers can be used to make an amazing low-potassium pasta sauce that's actually super healthy. And we are also going to add some extra virgin olive oil. Actually, a lot of olive oil. Why all the olive oil, you ask? Well, because what this patient needs is enough calories and as little protein as possible. With a patient like this, olive oil is basically a cheat code because nothing on earth beats olive oil when it comes to calorie to protein ratio. Not to mention that this is a real superfood with serious health benefits. Olive oil is so anti-inflammatory, research is linking it to many of the benefits of the Mediterranean diet. An amazing superfood. Something else with real health benefits are green beans. This is basically the only legume you can eat every day. Why? Because green beans are very low in protein compared to other legumes. Giving regular legumes to this patient would have caused serious danger, but green beans are safe. Green beans are also full of fiber and kidney-saving antioxidants. And of course, more vegetables could be added to this pasta dish, including zucchini and onions. Some fruit is also included in the menu, of course. And now you might ask, if we can't get aproteic bread, we are not getting aproteic pasta either, what should we do? Don't worry, I have a solution for that as well. Before that, let's address the elephant in the room. Because I know that some of you are already screaming carbs at your phones. And that's fine. I mean, not really. you shouldn't be screaming at your phone, especially if you are in a public place. But I get the concern about carbs. Because here's the thing, a lot of people on the internet are convinced that all carbs are sugar, and that sugar is basically a biological weapon developed in a secret underground lab with one goal: end humanity. I mean, there are literally influencers out there telling you that glucose is going to...
Glycation is the cooking process of the chicken.
Now, did you know that as a human being, from the moment you're born, you slowly glycate?
You slowly cook.
And then when you're fully cooked, you die.
Slowly cook you from the inside, which would be funny if it wasn't for people actually believing this misinformation. So, if you still flinch when someone says, "You want dessert?" Well, here's the thing. While you should absolutely be careful with sugar and ultra-processed grains in general, not everyone has diabetes. The case report we are looking at today is not about a diabetes patient, and since she doesn't have diabetes, eating aproteic biscuits all day won't harm her kidneys at all. All that matters for keeping her alive is cutting protein from her diet as much as possible. And this is exactly what makes her diet so interesting for us. Her case report, it proves that a diet that can replace dialysis is possible. What we are looking at today is the diet of a CKD patient who got off dialysis just thanks to this diet. Now, what's so special about these foods and about the diet she's following is the fact that she is a chronic dialysis patient. So guys, here's the thing. We use low protein to help CKD patients every day. But this woman, she was on dialysis for years before she was prescribed this diet. And she still was able to survive without dialysis. So pardon me if I'm not worried about her sugar intake. I mean, this case report, it's so incredible. Complaining about sugar would be like seeing Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon and complaining about his haircut. That said, I still have a recipe to show you, and this one is also amazing for people with diabetes. Let's see it. This is a recipe I personally created for you guys, and it's called Magic Noodles with Kimchi. And what's so special about this is that you can now eat noodles every day, even if you have diabetes. Let's see how this is possible, because this is not just a combination of some fancy name Asian foods. This is one of the best, most science-backed recipes for kidney health. If you have kidney disease, you want as many probiotic-rich foods as possible in your diet. Stuff such as raw apple cider vinegar, sauerkraut, natto, and kimchi. But you see, not all bacteria strains are created equal. No, some are better for your kidneys than others because they literally feed on uremic toxins. Yeah, that's why when I created my probiotic supplement, Renabiotic, I put Bifidobacterium longum in it. Alright? Because these bacteria look at kidney-destroying toxins the way Italians look at pasta, enthusiastically and without hesitation. It's true, we finally found something that loves toxic waste more than a Netflix executive, and we put it to work. Anyway, what not many people know about these beneficial kidney toxins eating bacteria is that kimchi, a delicious Korean food made from fermented cabbage, is chock full of this helpful strain Bifidobacterium longum. Yeah, kimchi is a bit like my Renabiotic, but a lot tastier. And you know, what will make it even better is having a source of fiber on which this bacteria could grow, alright? And enter shirataki noodles, the incredible tasting zero-calorie noodles you can eat every day without any remorse. Let me say that again. If you eat these noodles, you are getting no calories, zero, which means no protein and no carbs, just pure fiber. So if you want to try my recipe, take a screenshot right now, because this is a real kidney health cheat code. Just remember, if you don't need to lose weight, replacing all your pasta with zero-calories noodles is not a great idea, right? But you can increase the calorie count of your meal by a lot if you add more oil. So the next question some of you will be asking is, what about muscle mass? And that's a legitimate question. How can a diet with almost zero protein be safe for the muscles? Especially because if you spend any time at all on social media, you have probably been told a million times to eat more protein, even from people that are supposed to help you with your kidney health. Eat salmon, they say. Eat eggs, eat chicken every day, or you're going to lose all your muscles.
For some people, they need a little extra protein in the morning.
And I mean, it's only natural that people end up believing this kind of misinformation. And of course, you'd think that this 47-year-old woman would have lost a ton of muscle mass when she stopped eating protein completely, right? Wrong. She lost no muscles at all. Take a look. It's all in the paper. And yes, of course, she was taking a specific supplement to avoid exactly that problem. So here's my point. Today, we still see a bunch of quacks on YouTube telling you to eat protein with CKD as if supplements didn't exist. Each and every time I see one of them, I'm just as worried as when my dentist says, "Don't worry, this one barely hurts at all." The result, in the US, 100,000 new patients each year are started on dialysis. This is their only option. You have probably been told a million times to keep eating protein and to prepare for dialysis. And that is the exact reason why your kidneys are not improving. Now, if you want to learn more about the supplements that are used to replace protein in CKD patients, my video appears for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye-bye.